He said, you'll have to take me for a ride in my Lamborghini. And I said, mate, if you win the Brownlow medal, you can have it for the weekend.
Great, man.
How are you, my man?
Good, mate. How are you?
Now a bet's a bet.
Yep.
I said, if you won the Brownlow, you could take the car, sit for the weekend. How about just the day for a start? Can you handle it? I'm sure you can.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right, so let's see how you go. Shit.
Oh, well, here we go.
Here we go. Righto. It's a beautiful thing. Like a duck to water, mate.
It's like riding a bike, Sammy.
That's it. Oh, well, very nice change too. Now you just pull both of those paddles up together and that's it.
Where are we going?
We're going straight on, mate. So you got to change it into a second, that's right. Change it down. Yep, change it down. Doing it beautifully. Not many people drive the car as well as this, actually, to be honest, first up.
Are you just saying that, or...?
No, I'm not.
What revs should you change gears at?
Mate, it'll do 50k in top gear, so you can change it any time you like.
I think we might have a flat tyre, Sam.
You reckon we got a flat tyre? We'll pull over. Let me have a look.
You get out and have a look.
Righto, just hang on. No flat tyre here, mate. It's okay, I think. Everything's fine.
Guys, mates out.
Well, I suppose I said he could have it for the weekend, so he's taken me literally.
Happening, young fella? You need a lift?
As a matter of fact, I do.
I'm going to the footy show, mate. Where are you off to?
What a coincidence. Take me straight there.
Please, mate,
I hope you can drive better than your mate. The worst Uber driver. Tell me you're not going to think of having a shuttle service to the Albion Hotel for your clients, are you, surely? What are you doing, man?
Well, I tend to disagree a little bit, Sam. I thought it was not a bad drive.
No,
I certainly won't be driving the Albion because I'll be drinking there, so maybe Geordie can.
Thank you. What was that?
Maybe Geordie can drive.
Thank you very much. Go and sit down, OK?
Beautiful.
Go on, everybody. Go and sit down. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 25th year of the Footy. 14 years I had to put up with Swanee and Collingwood. 14 years on the Footy Show. Now I've got them both together, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together for Dane Swan and Sam Newman, who are with us tonight. Huge night tonight. We've got plenty of exclusives. Damien Barrett's got a big story about a fallen star of AFL football. We'll explain to you what is going on about this mid-season draft. We've got the inside mail on exactly what's going to happen with that. We've got some of the biggest names in football starting. And, of course, we're getting into the home stretch of the women's football as we celebrate International Women's Year and Women's Day. And what better way to start tonight's show than to welcome our very own superstar, Rebecca Madden, is with us, ladies and gentlemen.
I know.
You well? Great to see you.
This is not a drill.
What?
It's not a basketball.
It has been a big summer in football for you, hasn't it?
It's been a very good summer, Ed. Very good summer.
Hey, now tell me about it. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, actually, but it could sort of happen at any moment, so we better be prepared.
In that case, let's get on with the show. Ladies and
ready.
gentlemen, let's go over the footy show right now. So welcome aboard, Beck. Tell us about everything. How
How are you
are
going
you?
to say, how did it happen? Surely, Ed, you know that. I'm feeling great, actually, so I'm towards the tail end, due at the end of next month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how's it been for you?
Good, really good. Apart from the start, I was sort of sick. What are you doing over there, Sam?
Beck, should the water break at any stage, I'm willing to assist if I can.
Well, should the water break if you got the Lambo out the front so we can get to the hospital quick smart?
Could we address the elephant in the room, or the one in your belly? Now, when you did the grand final footy show,
Yeah.
you already had been germinated.
I was pregnant, yes.
Well, that's all right, isn't it?
The grand final footy show.
What are you looking at here?
No, I'm just looking at you, mate.
You mean when I was doing this? Was I pregnant?
Yeah, that's right, germinated.
That's how I got pregnant. Goodness me.
So, Beck, how far pregnant were you at this stage?
I was 9 weeks pregnant then, and I tell you what, those first 2 rows could have got more than they bargained for because I was not well.
Yeah.
Not well at all. In fact, Ed, ever since you've been here on the footy show, I felt nauseous. Not because of you, because I've been pregnant.
Wait a second.
Hey, so how long to go?
Due at the end of next month.
And things have been going well for you, though?
Really
right the way
good. Really, really good.
Well,
Yep.
you look fantastic,
Thank
and we wish you
you
very
very
much.
much.
Give Beck a
Thank
big round of
you.
applause.
I see we've actually got a brand new desk and a brand new set to cater. You've given me a bit more space here, so thank you. Very generous of you.
And as you said, we've got a brand new desk, we've got a brand new set, we've got a brand new star. Welcome to the footy show. Dane Swan, the superstar, is with us this year. Good to see you here, Swanee. Great to have you, buddy.
No, thanks for having us. Yeah.
Dressed up for the occasion too. Look at you. He's got a collar on.
It's about as dressed up as I get.
That's what I mean.
Absolutely.
You have got
Yeah.
a collar
No,
on.
thank you.
It's,
Last time I saw you dressed up, you were going to court, mate. But anyway.
now, Swanee, just speaking on the baby theme, you've given birth to your baby. I'm talking of a hotel, a pub, not a real baby. The Albion Hotel. Now, just to refresh everybody's memory, this was the pub that you burnt down so you could get the
Oh, I didn't
insurance
burn-
money.
yeah.
So you could actually build a better pub, was it not? Yeah, that's
No.
how the story went.
Now, tell us about that. Well, this is the opening night. How did that go? Tell us about that festival, Swanee.
It was Feb 9, I think, and finished last Sunday. So it's been going a while. So my Mondays are very unproductive these days. After spending 3 days in there. So thank Christ footy show's not on Monday, so I wouldn't be.
Mate, tell us about that. When the Albion burnt down that first time. I think I told you about it, was it?
Yeah. You rang me, Ed, and it was obviously on a Monday morning, or was on a Monday morning after the granny, and I was still playing at this stage. And like I said, to get a phone call from you Monday morning after the grand final, when you're on air, I've never been more scared in my life. That was the end of my career. I was like, I didn't answer your first call, so I had to scroll through social media and the news to make sure I'd played up or got caught doing anything I shouldn't be doing. So I finally rang you, and I was like, if you heard the news? I was like, no. I'll give it to me, what is it? And he's like, your pub's burnt down. I was like, oh, is that it? Thank God for that. So I went back to bed, had a great 8 hours sleep, so that was about it. But
Which made me worry what I'd missed out on, apart from the pub burning down. But it's open now and it's sensational for you, mate.
Yeah, it's going really well. It's awesome. It's been open a month or so now. So, really proud of it. Really proud of the work that everyone's done to get up and running. So, I guess you'll know where you see me on weekends. And
So you're probably the clickbait. You love that term.
Clickbait.
God, you're so
like
modern
that.
this
There
year.
it
No,
is.
only because...
You're on point, Sam.
Only because someone told me that's what, if people... I don't know what it is, really. You're the clickbait. So you're the draw card, and you said you're only going to be there 3 days a week, are you? Surely you got to...
it's open Wednesday to Sunday. And
I see.
well,
would
Friday,
you
Saturday, Sunday. Well, I might pop in for lunch on a Wednesday, Sam, but... I'd be dead in 2 years. So
That was my next question.
Yeah.
How many...
maybe you might have a race.
How many...
Swanee,
That's not bad, Dane. I
last
like
week, a couple of weeks ago, at the Collingwood annual general meeting, you were presented with your life membership. Got some pictures here. What about that? The great man getting his life membership at the Collingwood Football Club.
Is that a nice moment?
Yeah, absolutely. Ed always told me I'd get life, and now life at the Collingwood Footy Club. So yeah, it's an amazing honour, and I guess when I first started, when I first got drafted, you know, if you said I would have had life membership at the footy club, you'd either be lying or you're not well. So yeah, somehow I managed to eke out some kind of career, and Ed was silly enough to give me life membership. So very honoured and very humbled.
Dane, don't talk yourself down. I know
No.
you do that, and you've got this laconic sort of nature, and you've got a life membership. But it's a real delight for us to have him on the panel. Isn't it? A Brownlow medalist, premiership player, 5-time All-Australian. I think it was 3 Copeland medals that you won. So congratulations on your career. Don't talk yourself down.
Well done, Ed. Well done. We've been back on for 3 minutes, and you've managed to get a story about Collingwood away.
Oh, mate.
So well done.
Hey, don't worry about that. I've got 6 pages yet to go. So
dear.
don't worry about that. Hey, speaking of champions, we saw Dustin Martin driving the Lamborghini with Sam there. Hey, tell us about your mate Dusty. You went overseas with him to Las Vegas. You've been doing the shows with him, you and Sam, both at the Crown Casino.
At the Palms.
Tell us about your mate.
Well, no one's more proud or happy about Duz's success than me, because he keeps me in business. He keeps my lights on at home because everyone wants to talk to me about him. So it's great, but obviously he's probably had the greatest year in the history of AFL last year. He did everything, and he's a superstar player. But more importantly, he just as well as he goes on the field, he probably goes off it. So
really?
Yeah, we had a great end of season trip, and listen, I don't mean to make it about me, but in the last 5 years since we've been going away, I'm not great at math, nor do I know graphs well, but if you did a graph of his form in the last 5 years since we've been going away, it's gone up and up, and there's one common denominator there, and that'd be me in our end of season trip. So you're welcome, Richmond supporters.
Yeah. Might have to get you back down to Collingwood then.
How many overseas trips has the great vaudeville team of Swan and Martin got left in them?
I don't know what that big word means, Ed.
Vaudeville, that entertainment, that song and dance team of Martin and Swan.
He's contracted for another 7 or 8 years, so that takes me to about 40, so good luck getting that past Taylor at home. But I've got a couple in me at least. We'll see how we go.
Now, Sam, I've got to ask you, mate.
What have I done?
You have made the headlines the last couple of weeks. Even your nemesis at the Herald Sun, Susie O'Brien, is writing that it could well be conceivable that you could be the next Lord Mayor of Melbourne.
I reckon that woman gets aroused when she writes about me.
Anyway, answer the question.
No, seriously, I'm keeping her in business. I reckon she secretly wishes I'd chat her up.
I don't think so.
But I don't think she's ever got to worry about the Me Too movement, because I don't think that'll ever visit her.
What about answer the question?
She is
Sam,
delusional.
All right, get
answer
back.
the question.
sorry.
Do you want to be
Now,
Lord
you've been
Mayor of
half
Melbourne?
serious about this. Tell us.
I'm 100%, 24 karat gold. I am definitely thinking about... No, Ed, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can actually not find out what the role's about because you probably wouldn't get elected, and why waste your time? Or you can go and find out what the role's about and then decide that you'll stand.
So what are you going to do?
Well,
Where are you
I'm tempting for the former. I'm tempting not to... I'm aiming towards actually not taking any interest in it at all until I get elected.
Now, the last
which
person...
I won't. Which I won't get elected, but I'm interested in the city because I live in it.
The last
in fact,
person...
I'm keeping it going. I pay that many taxes and rates. I reckon I'm paying for half the people on the council.
The last person who went into a political campaign thinking this might be good publicity and I might be able to make a point was a bloke who's now the leader of the free world, Donald Trump. You're a devotee of Donald Trump. Is this
I appreciate the compliment, but far be it from me to be like Donald Trump. But if I thought I could be, I would be, because he is fantastic. And I don't care what you think, any of you out there, he is fantastic.
Sam, do you know what you would have in common with Donald Trump if you actually became Lord Mayor? Donald Trump has actually spent 25% of his presidency playing golf.
That's right,
Yeah,
because he owns half the golf courses around the world.
Yeah, he does.
No.
That's not funny for an American president.
Now, before you move on, and we're going to move on quickly, just tell us seriously, because you've given some insights into what you would do if you were the Lord Mayor. What would you do if you actually got the keys to the city?
We would... we would hope... This has nothing to do with me, really. This is just a council thing.
Just answer the question.
Or we would hope we would deal with the homeless, rubbish, graffiti, safety, security, gangs. That's what we would deal with. They're the minor things that makes a city great. The bigger and more grandiose things is covered by either police or the government in conjunction with the council, and I would have nothing to do with that because I don't make those...
All right. Sounds like an all right piece and platform to me. Something that you might need to do if you become Lord Mayor, though, is actually get into the 21st century and actually, you know, communicate with the public. And the way people do that these days is on Instagram and Facebook and all that sort of stuff.
That's
So
right.
we've actually brought you into the 21st century.
That's right.
And we've given you an iPad. Have you got your iPad there?
I have got it here. I didn't know what it was, but here it is. Here, this is it.
Yeah, there we go.
Everyone, that's it there.
And we've got
And,
a new segment. It's called Insta Sam.
yeah, this...
There we go.
It's taken over from the letters because I'm told people don't
I know,
write letters
snail
anymore.
mail is a thing of the past.
But the social media and Instagram, and someone said Snapchat and blog, and then they said get on to Grindr and Tinder, whatever they are. So I'm hoping...
No, there's no Tinder.
There's what?
So there's no Tinder. So you can actually speak to Sam directly
You
tonight,
can?
which could be very, very dangerous.
I'll read them out.
And it's coming up on... No, yeah, we haven't got any yet.
I know, I said I will read them out when they come up.
Yes, if you can manage to
And,
work that thing
you know,
during the
see if you
night.
can be a smart ass at home and send in really stupid things to say and, you know, gratuitously rude and all that sort of stuff, because we won't read them out. But read out things that you want to know about.
Maybe we get Susie O'Brien to direct mail us on any of those at the moment. So anyone else from the Herald Sun who wants to get into
little
it.
Susie, wake up. What is wrong with that stupid woman?
No, don't say that about Susie. She's a very articulate woman.
What?
She's a very articulate
She might
woman.
be articulate, but she is simple. Why
I don't think so.
Well, why can't I say that about her?
Well, you can and
You
you
want
did.
to see the things I'm
Because we're
told
going to move
she
on
says
because
about
it's
her.
going to be a big 25 years in footy. We're going to take a break. As we go to the break, into the green room tonight, Fev's there ready to go. Juddy's there. They're playing 10-pin bowling. They're having a good go right now, and they're going to join us right after the break on the Footy Show.
Guess who? Yeah. Could he do it again? 5.5, I think so. I think so. The ball from the pocket!
The judge decides to go all the way himself.
Favola! Is it a free? Favola's kicked the most remarkable goal! Judd has kicked the goal. Wonderful stuff.
Favola's there. Oh, no way! Oh, Brendan Favola kicks the goal of the year.
Shot from the boundary. Oh, quick goal. Favola to the top of the screen.
It's a miracle from Fev.
Fantastic job. This would be fitting. This would be fitting.
Now, Brendan, you probably thought we wouldn't show this ever again, didn't you? But you would be wrong. We're going to show this almost every week. This is the infamous 2009 episode at the Brownlow.
Oh, you're not, Sam, are you?
Didn't take long, did it? No, only because here it is here.
Pressure point! Pressure point! Pressure point! Pressure point! Pressure point!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Brendan Favola and the great Chris Judd. Join us on the Footy Show.
I was on that night, Ed.
Yes, mate.
I had a good night.
Really sharp.
Can't remember too much, but it was good.
Now, tell me, Juddy, when that was going on, this is the first time we've ever been together to explain this situation. What did that mean to you at that particular moment? And Fev, I want to ask you what that meant to your life that night and that vision going to air.
Well, at the time you don't realise how big it's going to become, but it was obviously a disappointing night for Fev and a disappointing night for our footy club because we lost a star player and a disappointing night for everyone who was at the Brownlow the next year because it took about 25 minutes to get a beer brought to your table following that. So it really stiffened up the service of alcohol. But great to be working with the big fella again the past month and getting into it this year.
Yeah, I did cop a lot of texts the year after, a lot of messages saying you prick, because no one was getting a drink. And I was sitting on the couch having a beer, so I didn't care too much. But yeah, that night, it started off pretty... I'm going to use all my sporty information here. I'm not going to get a job after this, but Juddy and I went up to the mahogany room and had a couple of quiet ones. It started off pretty well, didn't it?
Very dignified.
I actually said to Juddy, I'll give you the pressure point just once. It'll be funny. And you know when you've had a few and you do it 1,000 times, it's not funny anymore. Yeah. And I got that at the end, but yeah, obviously it cost my job at the footy club. Juddy sacked me, and I went off to Brisbane. But yeah.
Hey, your life spiralled out of control for a while. Now you're here, you're on a top-rating radio show. You got yourself into the jungle and out of the jungle, literally and metaphorically.
Still the reigning king.
And mate, just tell us your life since then. It's just
Going to
been unbelievable,
remarry
hasn't
your
it?
wife?
Yeah.
Yes,
Had another baby.
Yeah, another baby. Beck. Alex has just fallen off the couch. Yeah, no, I think the Brownlow was obviously... it wasn't a very good situation for myself, but I was able to go up to Brisbane. It started off pretty well, but then it turned pear. But, you know, I went through rehab, did all that, went into the jungle, which I was lucky enough to go in. Also, Swanee went in. He didn't win. He come second, though, but that wasn't bad luck. But that sort of changed my life because people got to see the real me. I got out of it. You know, got a really good job in the radio. And loving life, back with my ex-wife, now my fiancée, which is really weird. But life's good, Eddie. Life's really good.
Good on you, mate. Isn't it
that's
fantastic?
nice.
Love you, mate. Good to be back here. And Juddy, on a serious note, that night for you, you lost your gun full forward. You'd come across from the West Coast Eagles. Did you think at that stage that might have been the end of maybe a chance at a premiership?
I'll answer that, it was. Yeah.
I knew it was going to make it challenging. I mean, Fev... It was disappointing for Fev because I knew how much he cared about the footy club. And like you touched on, he was one of the main reasons why I came across. So disappointing for me in the footy club, but we all know footy clubs, the world keeps on rolling and you move on, but it certainly was a bit of a turning point for us.
Yeah, well, the last couple of weeks we've been doing some promos for the show, building up for season number 25, and Sam was very good to take us out on the SS Costa Plenty, his boat, on the high seas. Have a look at this. You reckon Fev's looking good today? How long did we last, Sam?
That shows nothing to what the bay was like. That is the worst day. I've had the boat for 12 years. That is the worst day I've ever been on the bay. And Brendan, the big Leviathan, the big behemoth from the Carlton and Brisbane football clubs vomited before we'd even left the dock. We were just as at leaving the dock. Look, he's as green as buggery there.
And, I get seasick, so I literally felt like I was hungover without the good night the night before. I was so cool.
And Swanee, it was your birthday, mate.
Yeah, so I was like Fev the next day. It was my birthday that night. So, yeah, it was lovely to go out there and in that horrendous weather on my birthday. But no, I mean, it was all a bit of fun. It made myself feel a lot better when I seen how crook Fev was.
Sam, honestly though, I don't know if I can recall a day that you've gone out on the boat without incident, to be honest, Ed. That's true, isn't it? Last time you took me out on the boat, we were marooned in the middle of Port Phillip Bay, and my husband had to go snorkelling for 2 hours.
Because someone threw a life buoy over the side of the boat while it was moving, and it wrapped around the propeller. And Trent, God love him, spent what?
A live buoy.
Yeah.
A life boy.
What's that live buoy?
Oh dear, Johnny, you've had an interesting couple of weeks. You've been knocked back, which is sort of rare for you, I would have thought. Tell us about what happened at your home ground.
I had a little bit of trouble getting in the JLT game.
You got
a couple of
Alberti?
weeks ago at Carlton. I got Alberti and eventually managed to make my way in. We had a little bit of fun with it on your radio show, Ed, and went through the story and received a fair bit of vitriol from the keyboard warriors about the inference that I got the young bloke sacked that wouldn't let me in.
Did you?
Well, I just want to make it clear, he got himself sacked by not letting me in. And he's going to be a better person for it, and that's what I'm about. So
Johnny,
it's a great opportunity all
the
around.
thing is, this is just not a one-off. This has happened again, would you believe it?
G'day, mate. Just Chris Judd here for the Footy Show.
Never heard of you.
Again.
Hurry up, big man!
Nothing like being on the Footy Show and having your ego squashed.
Jodie, if you take any remedial action, mate, to make sure this doesn't happen again?
Well, I have, Ed. I've taken matters into my own hands and...
What's he got down here?
I just figure I'm just going to start wearing these two things around. And some people think that's obnoxious, Ed. I don't feel that. I just think you wear these around and I feel pretty good about it.
All right, well, we are learning a lot about our panellists tonight, but we've set up a little game so those of you at home and also in the audience tonight to get to know your footy teammates a little bit better. So each and every person in the audience tonight, have you got your cards out, ready to go? I'm going to ask you a series of questions.
Are you giving me these?
You can pass them on.
So just hold them up, Sam. There's a photo. Just turn them to camera.
Yeah,
There we go.
I
That's
will
not
turn
you,
them
Sam.
I will turn them to camera, Ed. I
Thank you
know
very
that I
much.
weren't just doing it for me.
And there's Juddy. So
there they are.
this is Know Your Footy Show teammates. I've got 6 questions, so the audience members and you can obviously play along at home. Question number 1. Whose favourite drink is a pina colada? Hold your face up who you think it is. Swannies?
Come on, guys, you're not buying a house. Let's go.
All right. And the answer is Swanee. I would have gone Juddy, absolutely, on his tropical holidays. Question 2. Who wanted to join the police force after his AFL career? Wouldn't be Swanee, would it?
What was the question?
What was it? What was the question, Beck? We were talking.
Well, stop talking. Who wanted to join the police force after his AFL career?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, certainly wasn't
No,
me.
it was before, Sam.
There we go.
You going, oh, yeah, for?
It is Bev.
It was me.
It is Bev. Okay, question 3.
I'm shocked it wasn't you, Swanee.
I say, absolutely, I've had enough to do with the police.
Whose leave pass partner is Beck Judd?
Can't say that.
I didn't come up with those questions. Is it you, Swanee?
Guilty.
Oh, this is an interesting one. Who won Goal of the Year? Nice and high.
Oh, that's easy. No, come on.
Oh, yeah.
You
Everyone
won-
thinks it's fair, but it was Juddy.
Mate, I should have won heaps of times.
It was Juddy. It was Juddy.
Well, the way they do Mark of the Year, anybody could win it. Who would
Okay,
know?
question 5. Whose favourite TV show is Real Housewives of Sydney?
Swanee.
I'm not going to give the answer. It's not me.
And it is Juddy. Oh, Juddy. Last question.
Wow.
Who was caught this morning getting a foot massage in South Melbourne? Foot massage. The answer?
Yeah, guilty.
Some big talent.
Oh, no. Preparations.
What are you doing?
At Tips and Toes.
Is that serious?
Mate, have a look at that. What are you doing then? Hey, mate, I'll see you a bit later on. See you
You wouldn't believe that, Sam. I've walked out of Triple M's hot breakfast this morning into Clarendon Street to get to my car, and who's in there? The great man from Fox FM having his feet massaged. What was that tattoo on your foot?
Well, the reason I was sitting in there because we had to interview Dua Lipa at 10:30, so I had it. I don't like the meetings, so I just don't go to the meetings. So I thought I'll go get a foot massage, and then bloody Ed walks in, Mark Rasciuto walks in. I got stitched up big time. But, that's my late nan. Every goal from when I was a young child, I used to always kick my first one for her. And when I was in China, for when I was playing at Brisbane, she passed away. So I got grandma in Chinese written on my goal kicking foot.
Good on you, mate.
Well, that must be a first, Brendan, because I bet that's the first time you've had a massage on your foot.
It started early, hasn't it?
We'll take a break right now. Now, we've got some great stars coming onto the show this year, Beck, to be with us. But we've got a bloke called the Suburban Footballer. He's going to perform for us live later on. He's going to give us that voice from the suburbs that we always love, grassroots football. Here's a little taste of what's coming from the Suburban Footballer.
Mate, how good was AFLX?
I couldn't take my eyes off it.
Things never said at pre-season training.
Hey, Buggy, we all know you've been talking to other clubs. We just want you to know we're not going to hash you to stay. At the end of the day, it's your decision. Can you hurry up, mate? I'm missing the warm-up. Hey. Look, I know Slinger's put on a lot of weight over Christmas. Let's not hang shit on him. He might be really conscious about it. So I was walking down the street.
Hey, Tommy, hanging around for a beer after training?
Oh, I certainly am not. What's the point of training your arse off if you're going to be beer straight afterwards?
Always ball work.
When are we going to do some running?
Yep, 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 yep.
Hey, boys, anyone who went on the footy trip, make sure you grab $100 off us. We've got all our bond back. The best thing about training in the park, all the dog shit. How do you reckon Sam Newman would go as mayor?
You know what? It's just what this town needs.
Welcome back to the AFL Footy Show for 2018, and thank you to our marvellous sponsor, Sportsbet. Download the mobile app today. Beholding Colorado, trading underwear and workwear, Nate, trading cup, and KFC, finger licking word. Now, there's been plenty of discussion around the town today about a very big topic which could possibly change the face of footy.
Very much so, Beck. It's sort of back to the future with the talk about a mid-season draft. People may not remember, but up until about 1980-81, there used to be a June 30 deadline where people could be transferred. In fact, Sam, over the journey, a lot of your mates had that happen to them. Rex Hunt went from Richmond to Geelong. Gareth Andrews went from Geelong to Richmond. Mick Malthouse went from St Kilda to Richmond. Russell Green went from St Kilda to Hawthorn. Trained on the Thursday night for St Kilda, played on the Saturday for Hawthorn, pulled up in the car park, saw Lee Matthews. Lee Matthews asked him why he was there. He said, I'm going to play with you this afternoon. It's as simple as that. That's how it used to be. The mid-season draft, though, has been talked about in the last 24 hours, but I can tell exclusively what the AFL's planning is at the moment. Now, this is the early stage of planning. It probably won't come in this year, but next year, the AFL are very keen to get this up. They are expected now to have a mid-year break where there'll be no football in June, and there'll be a 4-day trading period, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a TV bonanza where they'll all get in and you'll be able to trade and bring in players. What the idea is that the salary cap will remain intact, but you will be able to trade players. For example, we saw Ben Naismith yesterday go down at the Sydney Swans with a knee injury. If that was to happen, then you would be... Sam Naismith, not Ben Naismith. Sam Naismith went down with a knee injury. If that was to happen next year, for example, the Sydney Swans might go to a team, and I'll just pluck one out, say it's North Melbourne at the moment, who mid-year, go the Roos, but I'm about to say they were going no good this particular year, and they have a surplus of ruckman. They could then do a deal. Now, what could happen there is, clearly, if the Swans were in a premiership window, they might pay overs to get that ruckman. So the North Melbourne side would be able to get draft picks for the next draft, maybe over the odds. They might even pay the salary cap to help the Sydney Swans. So there's going to be some horse trading along the journey. It also means that a player who could be playing alongside you, Swanee, at West Meadows, you might ring me up or ring Jeff Walsh up at Collingwood and say, I've got a ripper down here. Why don't you get him to the Pies? And he could go from playing alongside you at West Meadows and play the next week on the MCG, Collingwood versus Carlton. These are the things that they're talking about. Boys, what do you reckon?
You're telling me, so when Collingwood are struggling next year, which they might, you can draft me from Melton South?
Yep.
So any suburban footballer can be picked up?
Yeah, and what's going to happen is if you get picked out of, say, the VFL, the Sandful, the Waffle, or the Suburban, you'll be able to play for that particular side till the end of the year. Then you'll go back into the draft pool the following year for anyone to be able to draft.
So you can't claim.
Wow. So you can't claim, you can't hide one, if you like. You can get them for half a year, then they'll go back into the draft. But you could, for example, Juddy, be able to pick somebody from another side, swap them for a draft pick, maybe do some salary cap dealing along the journey to get a pick, and away they go. They stay in those colours for the rest of their
You couldn't
their
go
contract.
through that again, could you, Ed?
I could, sir.
I like the idea of the draft pick. I think particularly when you get injury concerns, I think that's really important. But the trading from other clubs, I just think, as Sam's looking, it makes it really complicated. I still think you want premierships to be won by the players and the coaching staff. Once it's too much to do with complex trading, I'm not sure I'm a fan.
So your list is your list at the start of the year, and that's it. You like
Well,
that,
I'm happy
Juddy?
with the draft. If
Yeah.
you get it from the VFL or the SANFL, but there's
Give
enough
the
trade.
Give the country kids a go.
Well, and the country kids, but there's enough trade talk at the end of the year. We don't need it creeping in.
Well, I think they're going to make it as a huge part of next year. There's going to be some think tanks put together, Sam. I would like to see you heading one of those think tanks up.
Yes, I might drown in it, Ed. Is that moving on?
I was going to move on, but what would you
I was going to know. I'm going to say one positive thing that the AFL have introduced, and I feel I've been almost responsible. I've been on about this for 3 years. Why sides were allowed to go out and train and warm up before the game and then go in and have the crowd wait for 20 minutes before they ran out again and did another warm-up. Now they are banning the warm-ups. In fact, they should go the whole hog. They're allowed to warm up for 8 minutes, I'm told, when they come out. They should just run out, having warmed up inside. They should run out. The umpires go to the centre. The players take their positions and the game starts. No kicking to end, no nothing. Just get there and start the game.
That's the smartest thing you've ever said, Sam. I hated the warm-up. I think you'd probably agree with me, Swanee. Yeah. Going out to warm up before a game, no.
Bad for marketing.
It's just bad for
PR.
Maybe a couple of minutes.
Chill out, get a
just a couple of minutes to have a kick. You can't. Have you seen how big the rooms are? Well, I agree with the first warm up because.
Well, you don't have to kick to warm up.
Well,
mate, now, if you went to well, let me put it this way: if you went to a function to see your famous, your entertainer Jay-Z, and would you like before Jay-Z?
Jay-Z.
What?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, Jay-Z. I don't think it's Jay-Z.
Is it Z?
It's Jay-Z.
Well, he might call it. I'm a Z. It is over here. If you went to see Jay-Z in Cabaret, and before he came onto stage, he was sitting having a drink with people over there, you'd think, that's an anti-climax, mate. You want to see the players run out, take their positions, and the game start. It's a bit of marketing.
Guess what, Sam?
It's
You've got your
foreplay.
wit.
It is foreplay. Absolutely. It's before the play. That's
right.
Sam, you don't have to go on about it anymore because it's actually happening.
No, but they're still going to warm up for 8 minutes.
No, it's actually better than that. It's 14 minutes and 11 minutes they can come out before the game, Sam, which is the same that you have on a grand final day. So it's going back to what happens on grand final day. It also means that we might even get the reserves as a warm-up before the main game again. Sam,
get rid of the banners, please.
We need to recognise someone who is hopefully returning to footy via the Waffle this weekend. He is a great West Coast ruckman, Nick Nat-Nui.
Yeah, good on Nick.
He has been out since 2016 when he had that knee recall. I think that was back in August. He hasn't played footy for an awful long time. He is a terrific ruckman and coming back via the Waffle, which maybe, boys, do you think he's had enough time out of the game that he can come back for round one if he puts a good few minutes together on the track in the Waffle?
Absolutely. He's been training plenty long enough, and I think they're keen to get one more warm-up into him, and I'm sure he'll be back ready to go round one.
How'd you go?
Had a bit of an issue during the weekend. We're going to touch on that, are we?
Yeah, well, let's go to it.
Well, just fat fingers with the typo. I got asked how I think he'll go this year. I said I think he'll be black playing good footy this year. Obviously, I need to get some social media. Lessons. I've been watching Sam work Twitter and social media tonight. I need to get some lessons off him because he's doing a much better job than me.
Now, guys, I've got to ask you to... Swanee, you've played on Dustin Martin on the MCG and in Las Vegas. Juddy, you have as well, and Fev, you know a fair bit about it, Sam, so we defer to the 4 champions of the game. How do you stop this bloke? Because he's come out already in the JLT series and absolutely slaughtered everybody. He is just a machine. Can you tell us how do you go about stopping Dustin Martin? Because that's going to be the biggest test for everybody this year.
I'll say it's very, very difficult. Is the honest answer. If he gets better, and obviously I've spoke to him a little bit, a fair bit in the off season, and he thinks he can improve, which is very scary, and he's hoping to improve. So he's got enormous strength. He marks the ball well up forward. He wins his own footy. He's extremely strong. He's got that don't argue, which obviously is poor kid from North.
Speaking about that, don't argue. I was such a great tackler back in the day. Sam, you would have seen some great tackles of me. I'll go over here. Where am I going? This is how I would tackle Dusty.
Oh, this will be good.
So Dusty's coming in. You just go low, bang, like rugby. Get into his hips because he's so strong. Yeah. Juddy's little, but
Juddy, how would you? If you're Dusty and that's coming, what do you do?
Because if he hits
me
high...
I think the big thing with Dusty is you can't stop him offensively at the minute. I just think you've really got to try and hurt him the other way. He's so strong, he wins his own ball, he gets the ball on the outside as well. So I think you're almost better going head-to-head, like we saw Paddy Dangerfield and Fife do a couple of years ago and see if you can do some damage the other way.
Didn't like my tackle?
It was impressive. First tackle I've seen you do.
That's good. We've actually got on film Fev's tackle from his career, which was fantastic.
First one.
Dustin Martin is certainly going to be one to watch this season, that's for sure. But it is time for some serious news, some breaking news, some exclusive news. And the man to bring us just that is the man sitting beside me. Please welcome Damien Barrett, everybody. Now, Damo, you've been working on some very important stories, and I believe there's some Essendon sort of related issues continuing to hover over the competition.
Yeah, a couple of them are, Beck, and it emerged during the week that Gillian Burnside QC wants to get Gillan McLaughlin and Mike Fitzpatrick and others into a court witness box to grill them on consumer...
Andrew Demetra
and others as well, on consumer law matters relating to the drug saga of 2012 and 13. But the other matter was the police raid after a long-running investigation into drug trafficking of Mark Thompson's house. Now, Victorian Police have today told us, and this is a quote from them, that there is no further update on the investigation of a 54-year-old Port Melbourne male. The investigation is still ongoing. Going back to that time, that period, the late December, early January period, was a particularly tumultuous one for Mark Thompson. On Boxing Day last year, his actions were brought to the attention of Australia's Border Protection Authorities after he was denied entry to the Maribyrnong Immigration Detention Centre. Now, staff at the detention centre on that day had denied him entry to visit a detainee, a Thai national, a female who had a history of drug-related problems because of what the staff said on that day, in their eyes, was Thompson being in a drug-altered state. On two other occasions, he returned to the centre. It was about a week later. It's now early January. And on those occasions, he left a total of 5,000 combination of US and Australian dollars, as well as a mobile phone and other possessions for the detainee. Now, the detainee was deported to Thailand on the same day, the third time that Thompson had visited her, and has since returned to Thailand and has since posted several photos of herself with Thompson on a publicly accessible social media platform. And these issues, these police raids and the other matters around Thompson, they're of serious concern to people who've known him now for a very long time. We've spoken to a lot of people, and they are a growing concern. They've still got his back. They think and speak very, very glowingly of him, and they want to support him. But they do have an issue with his wayward ways and the erratic behaviour that he has displayed. Frank Costa, Thompson's boss at Geelong for the 11 years in which he was coached, speaks here for a lot of those people in these observations on Mark Thompson.
His behaviour has been erratic at times. Did you see that at Geelong, or have you seen that more since Geelong?
Yeah, well, I saw it towards the finish at Geelong in 2010, and more since, as you just said. I think that's happened because his mind has been badly scrambled. He's left football behind in a very, very dour frame of mind. He hasn't been happy since, and of course, this last thing that cropped up is what's caused him to go away, to get right away from Australia for a while so he could clear his mind. Hasn't helped him at all either. Geelong can only say thanks to Mark Thompson. Sorry for what's happened to him. He's hurt himself as much as hurting others, and so I feel for him there too, but hopefully he can get it all back together again.
Frank Costa there refers to a miserable trifecta of occurrences in Thompson's life in that late stages of his time at Geelong, causing him to change as a person. And he referenced there the Essendon part of the Mark Thompson timeline. And it's a significant reference there because we can tell you tonight that the appointment of Thompson as coach to replace James Hird after the 2013 season was an act that largely resulted in the resignation of Ray Gunston as Chief Executive Officer. Ray Gunston had installed a subcommittee at Essendon. He'd installed a subcommittee to find a new coach to replace Hird. He was an active member of the subcommittee. They'd interviewed and canvassed and critiqued several candidates, exhausted the process, got to the end of it with a new person in mind. Other people at the football club installed Thompson as the coach of the football club. And when that happened, he did announce his resignation 2 days later. It wasn't the only reason, it was a key reason for his resignation. But it's a significant part of the Thompson story, given that there were highly respected people at Essendon who had been telling people that under no circumstances would Thompson be the outright coach of Essendon at that particular point in time.
Damien, it's a harrowing story. Many of us have known Mark, or I have, since he was 19 years of age, 18 years of age, as a young bomber, the baby bombers. How's he going? Have we got any news on how he's going? And as you said, the police are not going to go on with any further...
No, they're saying it's open. The investigation is still ongoing. It is open. Only they can answer that question. The people that we've spoken to have known him really well. The contact is nowhere near what it was to people that are so close. But they do have his back, Ed. No one is losing the support they've got for him and the love they've got collectively for him as a person.
Damien, thanks for Sam. Do you want to ask?
Yeah, but unless he's done anything unlawful, he is quite entitled to be erratic and unhinged and do what he likes, as long as he hasn't done anything unlawful.
That's a very good point you make, Sam. And I think the other point is that a lot of people in the football world, and we just saw Frank Costa there, just very concerned and hope that everything straightens itself out. So time will tell. But as you said, Julian Burnside QC has reopened the wounds again with these court actions. So it just doesn't seem to go away. Thanks very much, Damien.
Thank you, Damien.
More big stories to come. Damien Barrett, everybody. Amazing story. OK, let's lighten it up again because we saw earlier a taste of what we love from the suburban football. Well, let's go to him right now and meet the suburban footballer.
Good feeling there, boys. Real good feeling. Real good feeling. All right, eyes up. Eyes up. Eyes up. My time now. One voice. One voice. It's been a big pre-season, hasn't it, boys? And here we are. Round one. About to run out for the first game of the home and away season. You nervous? Well, you bloody should be, because we haven't won a game for 7 years. We said this year was going to be different. We said we're going to go out in the pracky matches and make a statement. We made a statement, all right? We are still shit. Our back line's still shit. Our on-ballers are still shit. We might have a good forward line, but we'll never know, because the ball never gets there. We haven't won a game for 7 years. We got close in the last pracky match, didn't we? Up 137 points halfway through the last quarter. And then it happened, didn't it? The bloody head count. We had 27 players on the field, boys. We had 6 players from the bloody Rezzies out there. Some of them weren't even wearing their bloody footy gear. I wonder how Flood was working so well. Richard, full back. Richard, 144 goals kicked on him last year. Now, that's not great at the best of times, but I reckon it's even worse when you consider he only played the 5 games. Sick Dog, Red Dog, Mad Dog, Damien. Damien? This is last time I'm going to tell you, mate. Get a nickname or you're off the bloody team. Rowdy in the ruck. God, you got to make a contest, mate. Have you won a tap in your life? And I know you keep telling everyone, ruckmen take time to develop. But you're bloody 43, mate. I reckon you're nearly due. I reckon we owe them. I reckon we owe them, boys. What's that, 2K? What, I say we owe every team we play? Yeah, mate, it's something coaches say to try... Oh, you don't like it, do you, mate? Well, for your information, last year when we played these guys at their home ground, after the game I went into their rooms, started up a bar tab, drank Bundy cans for 3 hours, and then left without paying. So technically we do owe this mob. Over $100. So get stuffed, mate. All right, bring it in nice and close. All right, nice and close. All right, boys. All right, we've got 2 things going for us. A, we're rock bottom. The only way's up. And B, it's only 20 weeks till the footy trip. Let's go, Bez, come on!
Looking out on the morning rain, I used to feel uninspired before the day I met you. Life was so unkind. Your love was the key to my peace of mind. You make me feel. You make me feel. You make me feel like a natural woman. A natural
Women's Day that we have one of the superstars of the AFLW competition. Please welcome Taylor Harris, star of Carlton Footy Club. Oh, Taylor, did you get a tear in your eye watching that. What a lovely tribute.
Yeah, absolutely. Many tears. I'm actually crying right now. You just can't see I've got makeup on.
Taylor, it is so great to have you here. Second season of the AFLW. No short of taking the world by storm. How's your team travelling, Carlton?
Yeah, look, we probably would have liked to be travelling a little bit better, but it is what it is. We've had a few ups and downs this season, but I think right now at this point we're all still enjoying ourselves and having a great time. Looking forward to the next 2 games, and obviously we have ambition to win those 2 games. So yeah, we're definitely on the up still. So yeah, looking forward to finishing off the season strong.
I want to ask 2 really important issues I think that's come out of the AFLW this year, and that being the physicality of it and then leading into suspensions and also the injuries. So let's talk about the physicality and the suspensions of it, because there has no doubt been some really hard knocks this season, quite terrifying knocks, and then a bit of boundary biffo as well.
Yeah.
There's been some major suspensions. You've got a game. We've got Steph Chiocci, the captain of Collingwood, got 2 games for a high tackle, so her season's probably over. Sarah Darcy got 2 teams as well. Why do you think this is happening, and do you think it's because you're under pressure because you want to go out there and prove something and be extra physical?
I think the ones such as Chotch's, that was just general in play. She just ran 100% at the footy. That's going to happen. There's going to be casualties. If you throw us all out there and expect us to play high level and high tempo footy, we're going to collide, and it's going to, sometimes you'll get a head knock and whatever, there's repercussions. But mine, for example, I think, yeah, it's extremely important to address it, just because we're an example, and we have to address it. And if something comes of it, and I got a week and I accepted that, and I understand why, and we just move forward. But it is definitely, we're all 100%, 100 miles an hour.
But are you feeling under pressure to be physical? Because people who don't like women playing footy would say that you guys are soft, which you are really not.
Oh, I don't know if it's us thinking that we need to prove ourselves or anything like that. I think we genuinely just go out there and just have a real crack. Like local footy a couple of years ago, I think you'd find the same thing. We just rip in. That's just the way we play.
You do rip in.
Yeah.
Vic, we've got some of the great players with us tonight here in the Super Box as well. And one of the players here tonight is Ash Brazel, who's a superstar in the game of netball, Sam, one of Australia's great players, and playing her first game this week in the AFLW for Collingwood. You had a hamstring injury.
And been tearing it up in the VFL. You must be very excited, Ash, about making your debut.
Yeah, it feels like it's been a long time coming. Obviously, injury wasn't great timing a week before round 1, but finally there. I've had 2 games of netball, so definitely ready to take the field.
And you've got some of your teammates and colleagues in here ready for a big weekend. As Taylor was saying, we are towards the pointy end of the season. Juddy, there's no doubt about toughness, is there, in women's footy? And sitting beside you is a very tough woman, because she's also a boxer, which you know all too well about.
I do. It challenges gender stereotypes, the women's footy, and I did 8 hours of boxing with Taylor for AIA, and it challenged the stereotypes of men being physical and tough, because she punched the wind out of me for 8 hours, and it was a very, very steep learning experience, but a bit of footage here of Taylor.
So we'll get that. So Taylor, tell us what you're going to do with your boxing career. We just saw you there, and here you are getting in with Juddy.
Oh, I have ambition to take my career wherever it goes, however far I can go in boxing. So I'm completely passionate about boxing, as I am footy, but at the time, so right now I'm footy, and in 3 weeks' time I'm going to shift my attention to boxing and pursue that career as well, as much as I can. So.
And you do a fair bit of training with the blokes as well. How do you find that?
Yeah, a few of the guys actually in the men's pre-season and in our pre-season, I guess, came into the boxing gym I train at in Surrey Hills, Murphy's boxing gym, and Jed Lamb and Sam Carriage came in, so we did a bit of work together. That was fun, and obviously we got in the ring. That was a good time as well for me. So yeah.
Bench already, so we're over here. Hello. Now, we've got a lot in common. We both played at Carlton Brisbane. You're probably the best forward to come to Carlton since Juddy sacked me, so... You love your boxing, but how do you go, because you did get suspended 2 weeks ago for giving one of your old teammates a bit of a jab. How do you find that line from bang to playing footy?
Yeah, well, when I play footy, I have no... It
was a good jab, by the way.
Well, it wasn't a jab, it would have been a cross.
I was a
But anyway...
Just scared.
Nah, I definitely am not... When I play footy, I think anyone who plays on me knows that I'm not a malicious person. I really hate when, I don't know, there's a little bit over the line stuff, and that obviously looks the way it does, but in reality I did not want, and I would never want to punch anyone in the back of the head. I think that's ridiculous and disgusting, and I think that it is in slow motion and on TV and it looks bad. That's why I can accept it, and I want to stand up and say that that's not on. So in no way I think that I...
Misunderstanding.
Yeah.
I want to ask,
Yes, Sam.
I want to ask, are the you for women, or this lady here, women, do you think there is a problem brewing in women's sport where males who want to transgender into women, do you think there's a problem with them playing women's sport? I think it's going to be a huge international problem sooner rather than later. Do you have a problem playing against people, men, boys, males, who transgender and want to play against you who are actually women?
Well, personally, I don't really have an opinion on it. I guess it's each to their own. Got no real comment for it yet, but like I said, everyone's got their own opinion and own look on it, so we'll just have to see what happens from that.
Yeah, in reality, it's up to the league. It's not up to us at all, really. It's up to the league to make that decision, and we stand by the AFL, so that it is what it is, and that's what's going to happen.
Well, they've stopped it, or they've stopped it in the AFWL, they've stopped it, haven't they, at the minute?
Yeah, in the AFLW, I believe the decision was a no-go, so that's that. But yeah, moving forward, whatever happens, we'll just... That's it, you know.
Fair enough. Now, Monique, very well answering that question without notice there in the crowd there. We'd like to welcome you to the Footy Show as well. Tell us about this weekend and the purple flags.
Well, it's obviously a big time for AFLW, so it's good to showcase something like that. So it's going to be a good weekend of football, so it's good to have something like that for the league.
Good on you, ladies. It's been sensational this year. The second year, there's been a lot of people wanting to have a go. As we've seen in some of the clips tonight, the one thing we know, these women get stuck in and have a real go. They play for the jumper. It's fantastic football, and we congratulate you on International Women's Day.
Absolutely.
For everything you've brought to our wonderful game. Congratulations. One more round of the Women's League, then into the grand final. We're going to take a break. Next week is our 700th show of the Footy Show. Back with more after the break. He minutes it in, it's caught fire. Crawford Billy getting ready for a big new segment coming up shortly. It's going to be called Cut the Rap. I've got to get that right. Cut the Rap.
Yeah, careful.
It's coming up after the next break. Beck, what do you got for us?
Oh, well, it's about the time of the night where I would usually introduce Sam's mailbag and do the big thing like this, but we've brought him into the 21st century and we're doing Insta Sam. Have you got your iPad, Sam? Here he is. That is not your iPad. That is from my makeup kit. That's from my makeup kit. No, the one that you plug in. Here we go. People.
Now this is on what is this?
This is an iPad.
Instagram, is it?
Yep.
If you become, says Nathan Miller, if you become mayor, will you build a wall around Collingwood? That's a very good question, Nathan. No. The great Trump said he'd build a wall to stop the Mexicans.
That's not bad. That's a good gag.
Build a wall to keep
That's
all
a
the
good
good people
start.
in there.
Exactly.
And
We'll
we
keep us in, keep them out.
Deport most of the Collingwood residents to Nauru Island, and then on their merits they can come back in if we let them.
Morning, your friend's even tweeted in tonight.
Shane, oh my word. That's Frank 3. Yeah, that's an in-joke. Watching the Footy Show tonight, Shane says, and wanted to let my good friend Sam know that he has my full support for Lord Mayor. Well, I tell you what, how would you be Shane and I running the town hall? He rings them up and brings them in, and I attend to them out the back. I must say that if I ran, I would have a month's moratorium for anyone who thinks they've been unjustly dealt with by me, females. You know, the Me Too campaign. Come forward immediately. I'll give you a month, and after that, don't bother, because we won't take any notice of you if you don't come within the first month. Do you think anyone would come forward?
I hope not, Sam, no.
No, I'd be interested to... would be interesting.
Anybody else communicating with you tonight, Sam?
Is that what you do, run that up to get it up there?
Yes, you're doing as well.
Sam Haynes on Twitter. Oh, I didn't have to read that, did I? Hey, Sam, true or false that you attended a birthing class with Beck? I haven't, but I'm willing to...
And he's not invited.
Well, Beck,
yeah.
There is safety...
Safety first?
Just think if it suddenly happened here. Now, don't think about it. I would immediately put the gloves on. As I said, I ain't a gynaecologist, but I'm willing to look. I would have to vaguely know what I was doing, wouldn't I? I could stand back here and catch it, or...
I'd rather just take my chances, I think.
Well, seriously. No,
yeah, I'm serious
Trent's had to go through it, and you couldn't ring him up and him rush in from that mansion he lives in with you out there. And I would have to do it. Well, someone would, wouldn't they?
I don't know who I'd rather.
Well, I'd do it.
This panel here.
No,
who would I choose?
God, it's the only action I've had since the late 90s. Give us a chance.
We'll leave it at that. Hey, Vic, please have it in 8 weeks' time, will you? Okay?
Well, I'm
Don't do it on
We'll have it on here, on there.
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
You can hold it that end and I'll handle it down here.
All right. Hey, we're going to have a new segment coming up shortly called Cut the Rap, and Billy is going to take on Croft. That's coming up. But speaking of babies,
yes.
You've done a great little story which we're going to throw to in a moment.
Oh, I did. I caught up with Nathan Brown for St Kilda, Mitch Duncan from Geelong, and Jack Crisp from Collingwood, who have all got sort of brand new bubbers, about 6 months of age. They've all had baby girls, and I caught up with them for some advice, sort of. I can't believe I've actually got you all together with your babies in the one place.
And they're not crying.
And they're not crying.
Yeah.
Does everyone just say that it's so great having a baby because you're stuck with it and you just can't give it back?
Once it comes out, it hits you straight away that you'll do anything for it. And I had a dog, and the dog's kind of got pushed aside for a little while at the moment. So exactly.
Oh, it's good. It's good to hear that the dog's now second to your daughter.
Second in line.
When it's something that you've made, like yourself, and you see...
Handmade.
Hopefully yourself. And
Labour, the serious business. How did you go during labour?
I watched the whole thing as well. I thought it was a wonderful experience.
Now, when you say you watched the whole thing, were we talking down the business end?
Yeah.
How'd you go with that?
Mixed emotions.
the midwife halfway through actually brought in a parma and chips for me. I've been in there for 6 hours. I'm starved. I'm mowing into my parma and chips, and I said, Liana, look over me and just give me the absolute devil eyes.
Jack, what about you? Did you always have an appreciation of breasts, or was it just enhanced now?
No, that's all right. No, I've always loved watching. watching.
Once the milk kind of comes in, it's a different beast, really.
Oh, cool. You're calling them beasts?
Yeah.
Hello. Oh, no, it's not quite ready to go yet, I wouldn't have thought. What about changing nappies? Because that's something that I'm terrified of doing.
The first time I was sitting like this, and just a big blowout went all over a white T-shirt. That's why I think we're all wearing black now. You'll learn to love black and dark colours. I'm one-handed right now.
One-handed?
One-handed change.
Wow.
Really? We might have to time you. Swaddle. Who's the master swaddler here?
I mean, we're all pretty good, but I'm still swaddling at the moment.
You're still swaddling?
I'm fresh. You grab one and you bring it right over, so that there. And then what you do is flip the baby like that and get it right under there and tuck it. And back over. And then bring this one over. Roll over, tuck it right under. Yeah, feel nice like you're in the womb, Mitch.
Yeah.
What about romance after the baby? Or are we still not even talking about it?
What's that? I'll get killed for that.
You're kind of waiting to get hit on before you hit on them, that's for sure.
Right. Maybe you can give me some final words of advice for the first couple of weeks of being a mum. Anything for me?
That's my advice, then. Look after your husband.
My first advice is make sure she's wearing a Geelong jumper, or he or she.
Oh,
Sorry.
very good.
Unfortunately, I didn't get the number 22 on the back, but
Boys, thank you so much. I don't know if I've learned anything, but it's really been so nice to see you with all your babies. That is going to take the world by storm. We've got two of the best rappers in the country ready to join me on stage, and they're going to go head to head. To my right, please welcome Billy, Can't Make a Fat Boy Slim. What is up? All right, and to my left is Shane Insane Crawford. Your rap battle tonight?
Not really. No, we're not. No, we're not.
Get into character.
Hey, oh, yes, we are. Yes, we are. Bring it on. Now, can I just say before we start, Billy does not know how to rap. He's got no beat at all. So I don't know how on earth you're going to get through this.
All right, prepare
About to beat you off, boy. Don't worry about that.
Prepare yourselves. It is a brand new segment. It's called Beat the Rap.
Yeah! You ready? Don't give me tea, don't give me coffee. All I want is an ice cold frothy. They say you went to Assumption College. That explains your lack of knowledge. Brownlow flag, Hall of Fame. But you never got dirty during a game. 300 games and you were a brave soldier. But you played better roles on the House of Bulger.
Can we have a beat? Can we have a beat?
Oh, no.
Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. I'm loved in the office, in the school, in the war. They've all got a spot in their heart for Croft. The king of Geelong? I'm not too sure. The best day of your life was back in '94. Hey, yeah, all right, don't worry, there's more. You're 50 years old and you can't say succinct. Your jokes are so old, they should be extinct. The music you like is out on vinyl. You played in how many losing grand finals? Hang on. Your last name is, well, you're known as Billy, but you got so big and you can't see your willy.
Are you done?
No, I've got no more. No.
Oh. I'm going to get the beat.
Okay, yeah, bounce a little bit.
Take a while.
That's it.
You ready?
Come on.
You left this show, you said you're going to quit. Now I've got to stand there and take this shit. You were a robber the size of a flea. Shit, you're stacking it off, Croft. Are you mini-me? Pretty young Shane, don't ruffle his hair. You could have been handy if you'd grown up hair. When Clarko took over, he sacked you as skipper. The Hawks' best number 9? Ha! That would be Dipper.
Come on, bring it home, boy.
Come on.
That's pretty good. That's
You'll
pretty
be
good.
hot.
Yep.
You'll be hot.
All right. Your hometown's known for the bloke Ned Kelly, not saying they're slow, but they still don't have telly. You played next to God in the forward line. You were the decoy most of the time. Constantly leading and waving and pleading, your waistline expanding, your hairline receding. Come on with it. Receding. Okay, that's enough. Go. These goals that you kicked, they don't matter. People just say you were Ablett step ladder. That was a good run, yeah? You like that one? All right. I'm going to bring it home now.
Right.
All right, here we go. You were a draft horse, I was a stallion. How about I show you my premiership medallion? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about!
Oh, boys. That was very good. You know what? there's just no possible way I can pick a winner.
I think you can, Beck.
I think I could, but we're going to leave it to you at home. You can get onto our Facebook. That dial. I thought you were going to do
Please,
it all
Bill.
on there.
Take it off, Bill.
Get into
Take
our
it off.
Facebook. We're going to take a poll, and after the
Vote
break, we'll give you the results of who won
Yes.
our rap battle tonight. Everybody, put your hands together.
To play better roles on the House of Bulldog.
But you got so big and you can't see your willy.
What's best, number 9? Ha! That would be Dipper.
How about I show you my premiership medallion? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
We could not pick a winner, so we've decided we're going to go to the audience. Who thought Billy Brownlee? Billy Brownlee didn't even keep in time or find any beat whatsoever. Who thought Croft was the champion? No, I don't think so. I think you got it, my man.
Oh, you're going to give it to me?
I'm going to give it to Crofty.
Oh, there you go.
There'll be no winner.
Or no winner.
There would be absolutely no winner. They were bloody awful. And that you could not...
Yeah, you have a go.
I tell you what, if I couldn't do better than you two imbeciles, I'd tell you there'd be something wrong.
Hey,
My name is Fossil. I've got a little...
Swanee, a couple of our old
Take
mates
that
have...
birthing suit off, Bill, please.
A couple of our old mates have been on the text. I think a bloke called Heath Shaw might be wanting to take on Dale Daisy Thomas next week.
That'll be a bit fun. They're both idiots, so that'll be a bit of fun there, so that'll be great.
Anything to finish off on, great man?
I don't think so, Ed. Has it come through? What is it? If you did perform... No, if you did become Ed,
Yes.
The Lord Mayor, would you perform a rendition of Sinatra's My Kind of Town? Well, no, I'm not wanting...
before.
Can you give us a bit of My Kind of Town on the way out the door?
It's my... What?
Come on, Sonny. Ladies and gentlemen, to finish up...
It's my kind of town, Chicago is. My kind of town, Chicago is. My kind of razzmatazz. I don't know the rest of it.
See you next week, everybody.